All right, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Can you believe it's December 1st? Friday, December 1st, 2023. Well, we are here, and this is my pre-market report. People, I want to talk about something here that we've covered before, but it's getting much worse faster, and it's going to affect everybody. Probably you directly, and also indirectly, whether or not you're in one of these institutions. What am I talking about? If you recall, over a year ago, I started raising the alarm bell with regard to what's happening with the financial sector, with the banks. Shortly after that, we watched the regional banks basically implode on themselves. And we're going to see that to a much larger degree moving forward. And it's going to affect the major banks as well. Let's just outline this real quick. And the reason why I want to talk about this again is it's not getting any better. There's no end in sight to this. It's going to affect millions and millions of people moving forward. And this is deliberate. Again, we're looking at a consolidation of the system. We have outlined this repeatedly in this video blog. But let's break this down a little bit further here. So I'm hoping you're going to take action, is why I am sitting here today with this. So we've been hearing a lot of talk lately, okay? Something that has been devoid from the mainstream media propaganda ministries about commercial real estate, and the exposure of the investment banks. This one thing, in my view, is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. We already understand, you and me, and we've covered this to the point of ridiculousness. No deposits, no loans, and no deals. What did we find out just this week? Pending home sales have now hit an historic low. We've made history. When people hear these kinds of things, it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. But what's the ripple effect here? The ripple effect is pretty simple, as we have outlined already. The banks are not making loans, they're not making deals. And on top of that, they're seeing defaults skyrocket. Now, people hear that too. Oh, loan defaults are skyrocketing. You know, every type of loan. We're talking about credit cards, personal loans, auto loans, obviously mortgages as well. They just let it go in one ear and out the other. The fact of the matter is, this is going to directly affect the banking sector, and it's going to affect you. There's going to be massive bailouts coming. Just be bailouts, bail-ins. It's all going to be blamed on COVID. You all know that. Look, what have these banks done? And again, there's no responsibility anymore. No one's held to account. So what you and I should be clear on here is these institutions have loaded up on debt that is yielding nothing. And because of that, in this rising rate environment, these institutions have watched the value of their balance sheets disappear. Just poof, gone, and it's gone kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely. And then on top of that, again, you got the loan default issue here. No deals, no deposits are non-existent. The savings rate today is near a historic low. As a matter of fact, we're seeing a silent bank run go on. People are pulling their cash faster than ever out of these institutions, but you're not allowed to know that either. And then, of course, we have the overall issue of derivative exposure. I'm telling you, people, right here and right now, yet again, get out. Get out of the major investment banks, or just keep what you have to in them. Look for some other place to park your cash. A lot of people are asking me lately, and I've covered this too, but I'm getting some new subs, I guess. People are saying, hey, Greg, what about brokerages? Brokerages are not safe either. Actually, there's nowhere that is safe. Let me just say that too. People sometimes hear things that I don't say. I never ever said that credit unions are safe. I said they are safer. In theory, a brokerage account is insured up to $500,000. Everything is in theory here. Now, with regard to credit unions that I've been telling you for the longest time, they are safer because they don't have the exposure to derivatives. They do have massive exposure, obviously, to loans that are going bad right now. But this is really a replay to a much larger degree than the last financial crisis. brought the world financial system and the people with it to its knees. So today, today's the day for you to think about if you have your cash in a commercial institution, a commercial bank, one of the big Wall Street banks, let's just say, you got to think about getting that cash out of there, people. You could wake up and find out that your bank has closed. And it doesn't even have to be a mega bank either. The health of the financial system has never been worse than it is. The FDIC knows it is. The FDIC knows which banks are failing. They're not going to tell anyone. You could call your bank. They're not going to tell you either. You got to use your own common sense here. All right, look, so I just wanted to cover that again real quick. I raised the alarm bell before the meltdown here with regard to the regional banks, and I'm trying to raise people's awareness right now because we're going to face another crisis on a scale that people aren't going to believe with regard to the banking system. And of course, it's going to be consolidated. And this is being set up that way. This is a lot of the reasons why you're not hearing what we're talking about from the mainstream media. Nobody knows. Remember what I'm telling you. Nobody knows until everybody knows. And when everybody knows, it's too late. So you got to be ahead of the curve. And this is what I'm trying to do with my video blog, with this blog here, is keep all of you ahead of the curve, as far ahead of the curve as I am possibly able to do that. Now, with regard to our strategy, you and me, if we're taking advantage of everything that comes along our way, we're not going to deviate. Betting against the debt, becoming your own central bank, holding hard assets here, having exposure to a lot of things here. Commodities are big. You look, I'm not telling anyone to buy or sell anything, but just use your own common sense. If you and I understand that the environment is risk on, we've been talking about this again to the point of nauseum, meaning the Fed is determined to pump this market for multiple reasons right now. The illusion of the market is a very powerful thing. It's the end of year. They want to prop up the market so the fat cats at the corporations can get their big, fat, ugly year-end bonuses, which are based on stock share price. It's a presidential selection cycle. They're going to pump the market, meaning they're going to suppress rates further. They're going to weaken the currencies further, and that's going to drive cash into the stock market. That's what it's designed to do. On top of that, we are due for some kind of a correction. You all know that I am waiting for it. I am waiting for this market to drop so I can buy more. As long as, and I'm going to specify this again, as long as they can keep risk at bay, they suppress rates, which I know they're going to, so do you. They're going to suppress the value of the currency on a relative basis. I'm referring to the dollar, very bullish for the stock market. The MMRI, again, I feel like this is going to drop probably below 250, not too far off here. Mannarino Market Risk Indicator, free to everybody, link in the description of this video. Look, if you follow this blog, I'm laughing, but it's so true. You're light years ahead of the pack, of the curve. People have no idea what they're doing or what they're doing it, but you do. So we're not going to deviate from our plan here. Betting against the debt, becoming our own central bank, getting long the market right now, if you are so inclined, having some cryptocurrency in your portfolio. I think it's you have to. I don't even care if you hate this stuff. All right, having some in your portfolio can't possibly hurt you. I think the gains here with regard to cryptos is going to be staggering moving forward. Bitcoin this morning back over 38,000. It's extremely volatile, and I understand it's not for everyone. But I can't. If you're someone who understands the situation, how cash moves through markets, it's a very simple concept. Risk on, then there's risk off. Risk off is going to drive. When this goes risk off meaning debt market meltdown, putting pressure on the stock market. Cash is just going to look for places to go. Commodities, big one, period. I've been telling you this since forever here. So you need exposure there. If you do subscribe to my free newsletter, I put it out yesterday. A new list of exchange-traded funds which would allow you exposure to commodities. Hold it in your hand as well. Physical silver, my favorite commodity, if you want to call it that. It's real money of all time. Then gold, platinum, and palladium. Platinum is on sale right now as well. It's crazy. But expect volatility in commodities while the risk on game is being maintained. I've told you this, but that presents opportunity, people. All I'm trying to do here, I am trying to explain to you where the opportunities are. So you can sit back, think about it, and then decide whether this is what you want to do or not. But you must do something here, okay? You have to take action in this environment. It's completely rigged against you. So we will weaponize the system against those that are trying to destroy us, period, the end. Make sense to you? Anyway, trading doesn't start for about an hour and 20 minutes. Get stock futures right now slightly lower. 10-year yield, stable over the past few days. That illusion of liquidity is being maintained. You know that. We've talked about this a million times. It's the Fed. They're buying it all. The dollar right now, relatively flat. Crypto's getting a bit higher, as I said. Gold and silver under a little pressure right now. Crude oil about flat. Okay, expect volatility with crude oil, but in the long run, it's a commodity. I like it. I think it's what you need some exposure here moving forward, period. That should basically outline the situation if we, but don't lose sight of what this video is all about. And I don't think there's another guy out here trying to warn people as to what's happening here in the financial system, especially the banks, and the silence with regard to not hearing too much about this. Although it's getting some coverage here now, the commercial real estate exposure that these institutions have, I mean, it could be, no one knows, this is a black hole. It's a black hole, which means you and I must raise our awareness and we must be on guard. You understand? For where this is going. People, I got your back and I know you got mine. Speaking of that, people, this is the first of the month. On the first of every month, I humbly ask for your support. Hey, Greg, you're doing a good job. I asked for $5. $5 is all I ask for every month. In the description of this video, there are several links. You can send me $5, and I'd appreciate if you would click on one of those links. One is from Stripe. One is from PayPal. I love cryptocurrencies. That's down there as well. Or you can hit that little heart if you are subscribed here, and you can send me $5. I'd appreciate that. People, support my work, please. I support you. I hope you support me as well. I know you will. We got each other's backs, and that's the most important thing. All right, so with that said, people, please, if you got something out of this video, let me know about it. I want to hear from you. Comment. Thumbs up, extremely valuable. Let's get this video out there. Let's raise people's awareness as to what's going on here. I don't know what else is in my power to do to warn people what's going on here with the financial system and the banks. I really don't know what else I can do. That's why I'm counting on you to get this stuff out there. All right. So again, please support my work. Links below. I really appreciate that. And I'll see you later. 4:05 p.m. Eastern time for my live stream. Let's do this. All right. I want more people to participate in the live stream, and I want to interact with you directly. I want to answer your questions directly. All right. Love you a lot. See you later.